Hey guys, so I've been away for a few days into the bush and it was a very spectacular time, very much needed time again. I just need that little bit more rest and recovery time at the moment with everything's going on with my body. But I also need a little more time to work on getting into like my synchronicities, the synchronistic flow, the field, whatever you want to call it. Getting in there takes effort when your body's sick and you're tired, etc. So I went out doing that, and I thought I'd share with you some examples of strange synchronicities that are going on around us. So a few weeks ago I got really sick, and my dogs were fighting outside. They'd all attacked one dog. So I ran out to do something about it, but I was sick, and by the time I got there I had a chest pain and couldn't breathe properly. And then I was down on the floor and I started to have a lot of difficulty breathing, and my hands seized up, so there was no oxygen getting into my body properly. So this happened, and while I was on the floor I heard Fritzy's voice, and Fritzy's voice said, "Who are you? If you can't help, I don't want you here." And I heard the voice of the doctor from the Medivac, and I was very confused. And by chance, as it would have it, or synchronicity, as I would prefer to call it, as I collapsed with this problem, he came through the front gate with a car with 4 doctors and 2 nurses were there as well. And they'd come to deliver some gifts for the disabled children without telling us they were coming. And then me on one side of the compound collapse on the floor, unable to breathe, and then I've immediately got 5 doctors with me. So it was very synchronistic, and everybody there, all the staff on every level said, that's a good sign that God doesn't want you to die or anything. But it was a very beautiful experience, and getting into a synchronistic state like that takes a little bit of effort. I'm down here now and I'm doing just that. This place puts me into a synchronistic state. I'm a little bit tired from travelling and everything, so I need a little and release. But even while I was travelling, I was driving with my friend and Emmanuel. I was speaking about the need for us to start selling jewellery because there is financial trouble here. We don't have enough income coming in for everything we've got going on, and I have countless people messaging me asking, well, not countless, but I've had countless, more than I can count, more than I know off the top of my head how many it's been, asking about bracelets and Maasai jewellery. So I was talking about that, and I said if I get an opportunity I'll just try and find a way for someone to help me to do this, because doing quality control and things with the Maasai tribe's not easy. And then the next morning, a girl I've never met before WhatsApped me out of the blue and asked me about doing the sale of Maasai jewellery, because she'd mastered the setup and how to do it, and she had her own business and it was supporting the women, and she understood quality control. So she's coming as well, because that happened within 12 hours. It was just bizarre. So she's on her way, and we'll talk about that as well. There's just constant synchronicities all the time like this, that aside from the numbers and all of that stuff, that are just happening repetitively in my life. And that's how God talks to me. So I'm quite happy with that. It doesn't bother me one bit, but sometimes frustrating having to wait for a synchronicity to give you a guidance. And sometimes the synchronicity can go a good or bad way, so it's better to get guidance in other ways beforehand. But normally for me, when I'm getting synchronicities, it shows me that I'm on the right track, or at least it's a sign to say, hey, I've got your back, which is exactly what it was with the doctors the other day. Right. I love you all, and get into your synchronistic state if you can. So the best thing to do for that, well, the only thing you can do to do that is to activate your pineal, and to do that you preserve your chrism, and to do that you live an obedient life which is in line with the highest qualities of mankind. It's really not that difficult to do, unless you refuse to fast, in which case it becomes very difficult to do. So, anyway, love you all. Bye.
Now you and I can get together. Let it start a revolution. Change the world to what it should be. And forget all this confusion. We can live together for the sake of love. What are we fighting for? Oh, now we can start the healing today. If we could just learn to give a little love, you and I can change the world.